Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's local television to Alabama. You can also find us on national television, actually syndicated through Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire, and also the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. And AP Steadham is with us right now. And AP, we're about to be added onto another podcast. So we're pretty excited about that. So I've got AP Steadham with me right now. And I just got to tell you, AP, you're the go-to source for news. I haven't seen anybody better than the way you deliver. And I mean, I'll tell you that face to face. Okay. So I'm not just trying to brag on you or anything like that. So people will watch. And we do have some questions people have sent in as well. Now,
thank you. Thank you very much.
You've been out traveling. Oh, I mean it. It's absolutely 100% true. So you've been out on the road. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I started out on Sunday night. I went up to Athens, Alabama, visit with some people there. And then Monday morning, I was up early and traveling to Nashville, Tennessee for the 2023 SEC Football Media Days with an S on the end of that. That's 4 days, Monday through Thursday. So we had a chance to visit with 3 coaches and players on Monday, 4 on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then 3 on the Thursday, which closed up the activities around 2 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah, we had the 14 coaches of the SEC and the players to have 3 players every team. So however that number is, how big that number is, Donna, that's how many people that we spoke to. We spoke to most of them, not all of them. We asked questions of most everybody who came to the podium, and that was a lot of fun.
What was fascinating? I know you had several fascinating conversations. What sticks out?
I would say to speak to Spencer Rattler of South Carolina, I think I got a better feel for his personality because I think he was a young player, had very, very the highest expectations in the land when he was at Oklahoma. So he has that chip on his shoulder, that proverbial chip on his shoulder. So he was humbled at Oklahoma when Caleb Williams came from Washington, D.C. and took his starting spot. So then he ended up transferring to South Carolina, had a rough opening last year, beginning to the season, ended up winning some big games against Tennessee and Clemson, their rival, at the end of the year. So I think he has a much better perspective, Tom, of playing college football and the things that he can accomplish with his teammates. So I think there was that roller coaster ride for him. I think he's in a better position mentally to play with South Carolina this year.
I'm glad we're talking about this because Mitch actually sent a message. By the way, if you have any questions for AP, send those to my email address. That's donna@donnasedge.com. And he made a comment. It wasn't a question, a comment about new players coming in, that they do need the experience. And you can always see a change in them after the first year if they'll just hang in there.
Yeah, a lot of times, Donna, they're the star of their high school, of course, maybe the county, the region, the state, and they have these sometimes unrealistic goals coming in as a freshman. So they have to be humbled, but that's part of the process. And then those who can recover, some retreat, some can recover and understand, okay, everybody else is just as good as me. I have to compete every day. That helps them have a better career.
Yeah, absolutely. Another comment was made, and it was by Alan. And Alan said that he pretty much well noticed the same thing. It's almost the same remark, but he said that he could really tell a difference in some of the players. And he actually mentioned Bo Nix. Now you got to, before we start the video, you got to interview Bo Nix.
Yeah. So after my interviews in Nashville at the SEC Media Days, I traveled to Las Vegas, Nevada, and they have the it's just one day Pac-12 teams. So Bo, of course, is now at Oregon. This is his last year in college football. So we visited with Bo. We had known him for many years being in Alabama. I remember watching Bo his senior year play against Hoover. It was Pinson Valley versus Hoover. We watched him at Auburn at various times. So we had a chance to visit with Bo in Las Vegas, Nevada at the 2023 Pac-12 Media Day.
Mm-hmm. And we actually got to watch him. He has grown. I mean, he's really matured into a player. And I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just getting away from Mama's cooking may have helped. Okay, let's go ahead and go in with the video. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Hi, this is AP Steadham of AP and Kelly. As we see it, syndicated radio. We're at the 2023 Pac-12 Football Media Day in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here with our good friend from Alabama, Bo Nix, University of Oregon quarterback. Bo, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Bo, what are you looking forward to in your final season of college football?
I just want to go out there and compete, against some really good competition, have some fun, play as hard as I can for the guys beside me, be as good as we can be as a team, and then let the rest take care of itself.
Well, what's different about football in the Pac-12? Let the people know in the Southeast who don't get a chance to maybe come to some of the games and the atmosphere as well.
Football is football, so that's, a lot similar schemes and stuff like that. Is about the same. Atmospheres are a little different. I think that when you look at the different histories, the different schools, that plays a lot into it. But it's different. It's hard to exactly, talk about, but it's great to experience. It was fun to come out here for the first time, not had seen a Pac-12 game until I was playing in them. So it's been a great, ride so far.
Bo, are you looking forward to any particular game or games on the schedule, not being dismissive of anyone, but for certain reasons? Maybe you're going to play against somebody that you know or the venue or something of that nature.
Well, really, to be frank, all of them. They each and every one of them, have a meaning, and there's something different that I'm looking forward to in all of them. Right now, Portland State's looking real good because it's the first one. I'm excited to get back on the field, and then throughout the season, we're going to face some great opponents, really quality talent, some great quarterbacks, and I'm excited for the matchups.
Lubbock, Texas. That'll be your first time playing Texas Tech?
Yep, first time playing in Lubbock, first time going to Texas Tech, so that'll be fun. They're going to have a really good football team. We're going to have to be prepared, come in, and really battle.
What have you done in the off-season, Bo, to sharpen some of your skills, and you want to always broaden your abilities?
Yeah, just going back to my throwing motion, getting that back locked in before you go through a season, and you kind of get away from kind of the fundamentals and the techniques of it. You worry about more schemes and plays once you get in the season. So really focusing on that. How can I be short and concise and compact? Less movement, the better. Be strong. How can I take care of my body throughout the season? And at the end of the day, like I mentioned, I want to go out there and have a lot of fun. I want to take this last year as a blessing, and I don't want to have any regrets looking back. So I just want to have fun and compete and go out there and do what I do best and just enjoy it with my teammates.
What do you like to say to the fans of Oregon?
It's been incredible. It's been an incredible ride. I expect a lot of great things from our team this year. I'm excited to see Autzen Stadium packed out again. That's one of my favorite things, is to play a home game. And then to see the road environments, to see those guys travel and see our fans and the history and the atmospheres that they create. It's really exciting. It's a great fan base to be a part of and to play for.
I want to thank Bo Nix, University of Oregon quarterback. This is AP Steadham of AP and Kelly. As we see it, syndicated radio, reporting from the 2023 Pac-12 Football Media Day, Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you, Bo. Good luck to you.
Thank you so
much.
It
was great to see you.
I can see the maturity in him. I mean, that level of professional, not that he wasn't before, but that level of professionalism I thought was fantastic.
Grown up, and he's had a very nice career at Oregon so far, and they're right in the they're right in the thick of it, Donna, with the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the Pac-12. I know you had a great time out there as well. So what did you take away from those interviews?
Utah's won that league twice now. They beat USC a couple of times, regular season and the championship game. USC has the Heisman Trophy winner from 2022, Caleb Williams. So they're going to be contending. They're trying to get better in their second year under Lincoln Riley, the head coach who came out from the University of Oklahoma. So you're looking at USC, Utah, Oregon. I would say those three teams are probably the favorites. Utah, I think that USC, I think, is projected as the favorite by the media, but that doesn't mean anything, Donna. I mean, that's just a glimpse of, that's if everybody stays healthy and those types of things. But I think those three teams are going to fight it out for the top two spots, and then they'll play the championship, which is played in Las Vegas on a Friday evening, December 1st, I believe it is. So, and then you have Washington, then UCLA. Those are also two good teams. So, the Pac-12's got very good quarterbacks, Donna. Handful of very good, excellent quarterbacks, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to go into a commercial break in just a second. But before we go in, as we see it with AP and Kelly, so you're on every Friday at 4, Football Friday at 4.
Every Friday, IC Radio, 4 p.m. Central, AP and Kelly as we see it. And we had a great show. We had David Cutcliffe. He coached the Mannings at Tennessee and Ole Miss, and he coached at Duke his last stop. And then we had Jenny Dell, who's the sideline reporter for CBS, Donna. So she does the sideline for CBS college football. And then we had Kirk Bowles, the very celebrated Austin American columnist who covers, Texas and all those teams and college football. He was the past president of the Football Writers Association of America.
Mm-hmm. Everybody from Texas is proud. I know because I married one.
Oh yes, yeah. And then we had some clips down in the first segment from Nick Saban, Brian Kelly of LSU, and Josh Heupel of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Wow, let's talk about those. How did the coaches? How do they react with each other?
Yeah, they're friendly with each other, Donna. Most of them, there's no beef, no strong beef amongst them all. I don't believe. I haven't heard of seen that through the years, but they're highly competitive, of course. But yeah, they talk to each other when they're walking around in the middle of those media days.
You know what? That's just professional.
Yes,
that's why they're successful. That is a very successful approach. Let's go into a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute. Everybody hang in there. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania, and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand-new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows. Regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order now.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I am your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment, all about football, too. I mean, all through the year, I could have football season. But anyway, there's a lot of things into the play. I have AP Steadham with me right now. He's a talk show host and a sports analyst. Gets to do all the fun stuff, like travel.
Yeah, we have been traveling, Tom. We sure have.
Let's get back into what we were talking about when we first started the show. And this is media days. And I've seen a lot of your interviews. I would hate to have to pick just one because I thought they were all really good.
Thank you.
And it's so hard to predict, though, what the season is going to be like. But did you get any insight as to what it's going to kind of be like?
Yeah. You know, Donna, I tell people all the time, look, we're projecting and predicting, but really you want to see the teams play a couple weekends to find out who has the best, some receivers that can change the game and who's a quarterback with poise and accuracy and the grasp of the offense. And then we want to see defensively who can stop the run and who has the good cornerbacks and defensive backs and who has the good field goal kicker and the punter. So you can project. I mean, right now we're projecting Georgia, of course, in the SEC East. And in the West, I would say LSU at this point because they're returning their starting quarterback who really grasped the offense through the season and had a terrific year, Jaden Daniels from Arizona State. So those are the two teams in the SEC. We know Alabama is going to compete. We know that Tennessee is trying to catch Georgia in the East as well. And we know that A&M has the potential because of their talent, but they haven't. It hasn't been justified on the field. We know that if you look at it on paper, they're all 4- and 5-star recruits. So they brought in Bobby Petrino from Arkansas, the former head coach of Arkansas, to be the offensive coordinator and take the play calling duties away from Jimbo Fisher. So Ole Miss has offense, and Arkansas is very good quarterback and running back combo as well. So we know that those are some of the teams that should be good. I think I predicted down to 4 teams in the SEC. I think at the end of the year, we'll have 10 wins minimum. That would be Georgia, Tennessee in the East, LSU, Alabama in the West. That's including the bowl game or postseason. So that's when you have 10 wins with that type of schedule, you're very good. Whether you're in the top echelon, to reach the college football playoffs, that's something else.
Well, we got an email or a text from Steve, and he is from the Houston, Texas area.
Yes.
He's a high school coach.
Okay.
And so and I'm kind of paraphrasing what he said here. So Steve, thank you so much for sending the text. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And so he said that they had a local TV station who would come in and interview the players. And sometimes the interviewer would get it wrong. And because the football player was nervous on the interview. And so they would have a prediction of local football games, high school football games, and said this particular interviewer would get it wrong because he was doing gotcha interviews. And you don't do that, which is awesome. No. It's amazing. But he felt like that really affected how the player played because he would be nervous about the person who was interviewing him.
Oh, gee, I don't try to make anybody nervous, Don. I know you don't. Yeah, no, we keep it kind of cool. And I always tell everyone there's no wrong answers with AP. Just, give me your thoughts and your viewpoint, and that we're trying to, find out information about you and your team and what you feel about the season and your coach and your teammates and just different things, growing up, trying to learn the game of football and the progress you've made through the summer to get better. And then, we try to find out some funny things as well. If something happened on the field or in practice, or there's something between you and your coach or you and your teammate, or maybe you have a nickname and how'd you get your nickname? We just do.
It's lighthearted the way you do it.
Yeah. We understand it. We know it's competitive. We understand that. I mean, it's hard. Football is a very difficult game, and to win a ball game, things have to go in your favor, and the football's oblong, so it bounces funny. So, but no, I don't know. I just. That's my style, and I try to not interrupt anybody unless there's a time factor, of course, or we're trying to emphasize an important point, or we're trying to just keep them on track and answering the question. If they're not, we don't want to go too far off the question unless it's something that needs to be known.
You remind me of Mike Harden, and Mike Harden is actually local to this area and on channel 182 on Charter Communications. And he does a lot of high school football interviews. He's not on the scale you are, but he does a lot of high school. And I've noticed that Mike interviews very much like you do. He doesn't make the person nervous. And it's real. It's like you're sitting in the living room of this person.
Yes.
And talking about what they do. But I understand because we were living in Charlotte, there was an interviewer out that way. He was very much like he was talking about, this interviewer in close to the Houston, Texas area.
Right.
And sometimes they get it wrong because on the interview, they're making that person nervous. But when that guy gets out on the field, it's a total different game. I mean, it's totally different. So it looks like I lost AP. Okay, AP is back. So AP, let's go ahead and finish out this conversation. I know you had a great time when you were out there on the road, and I'll let you. We've got about 5 minutes left in this segment. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean the SEC, Donna. I mean it's 4 days, and it's long. 4 days is a long time. You're starting off usually early in the day, not the first day. I think everything begins around 10:30, 11. But every other day it's 8 o'clock till around 5. And it's jam-packed. You have the lunch in between, and you're trying to see if you can interview everybody. So I was in the electronic media room down, which is good for me because there's not as many people trying to ask the questions. The big media room has, I don't know, it's in the hundreds. So in our room, there's only, there's less than, I think it's less than 30 people actually sitting in the chairs. There are people sitting at the table that are working on their projects from the TV and radio side, but a lot of times maybe sitting in the chairs trying to ask the questions, it's definitely less than 30. So the moderator, he's familiar with me through the years, so I get to ask a question usually at any time. He'll call on me. So
How many
that's
people did you interview when you were there?
oh my gosh. Okay, so every team has 3 players and a coach. So 4 times 14 is what is that number, Donna? That's what, over 50 or 60, something like that. So I spoke to almost everybody. There's a few, probably 10, 15 that I didn't. So it's probably 40, 50 people. Yeah. That interviewed besides some other interviews I did. Yeah.
I know you look at the character and you look at the personality of a person. So who is somebody he's kind of going in, maybe as an underdog, you think is really going to blossom and be great?
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch out for Kentucky this year because they have a transfer quarterback who's very good from North Carolina State, Devin Leary, and they're bringing back their former offensive coordinator, who had success a few years ago at Kentucky with that offense. I think they shored up the offensive line. Last year they gave up 40-plus sacks, which is way too many, Donna, way too many. So I think Kentucky, watch out for them. And like I said, I'm looking at A&M on the other side. You have to look at Texas A&M because they have talent, I would say, as good as anybody, but they just haven't performed. And it's been the coaching. I think it's been the coaching.
Mm-hmm. Well, you predicted Tennessee, and they're coming out.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee's going to have a good team.
Yeah. Too.
Yeah, Tennessee, Joe Milton. I'm really anxious to watch Joe Milton III. This is his 3rd season there. Donna transferred from Michigan. He's big. He's 6'5", 235, 240 pounds. He can run a little, but he's got a strong arm. But I think he's become much more efficient with the touch throws. Because, Donna, when you're playing quarterback at the collegiate level primarily, you have to be good on those passes 20 to 40 yards. Yeah, that's fine. You could throw it 70 yards, but you don't make that play very often. It's the 20 yards to 40 yards. The proper receiver to make the throw, and you can grasp that offense. Yeah, so Joe Milton III, I mean, that's a quarterback-friendly offense Josh Heupel has at Tennessee. So, yeah, I'm very anxious to watch Joe Milton III.
Corey wants to know, since you were at Media Days, do you have a better feel for Alabama? And are they going to? He feels like they're kind of in the kinks right now.
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, that quarterback situation is really up in the air, pun intended, of course. But until I watch their quarterbacks perform, I'm not sure if they can win all the games. You know, they have the talent to win all the games, but in a close ball game, what will the quarterback do when the pressure is on him, specifically to lead the team down the field in the last 3 or 4 minutes? And then I noticed that J.C. Latham, he came out and, he was really confident, thought the team could win the SEC this year. So that's unusual for the player at Alabama to discuss winning a championship. That was highly unusual.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Less than a minute left. What would you like to tell the folks before we go?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I think, one of the most competitive years in the conference because we really don't know who could win in the West. Mm-hmm. There's a number of teams. And in the East, Tennessee is getting closer to Georgia. And they have a new quarterback, Georgia. We do not know how their quarterbacks will perform in the clutch. So Georgia had Stetson Bennett for a number of years. Stetson Bennett the fourth, and he was sensational in the big ball games. But we don't know how the Georgia quarterback will respond. We know that they have defense, Georgia, and good players at every position, especially the tight end, Brock Bowers. He's fabulous. So it's going to be highly competitive and interesting to see because there's multiple teams in the West. And we'll see what Tennessee does when they go to Alabama. We're going to find out about them in October, and then they have to host Georgia in November.
Mm-hmm. Well, I predict it to be a nail-biter year. I don't think
so.
We're going to know. Just
till the end.
Thank you for being on the show today. And thank you so much for watching The Edge. We'll see you in just a few minutes with another awesome guest. Thank you, AP.
Thank you, Donna.